Oh boy, guys, do I have a doozy one here. What was this map again? Ah, yes. I know, guys, I'm not playing right now. I'm just commentating on the game I just played earlier in the day. So, this is what happened. I was in my burn, or something like that. We were in the losing side, and now I am magically just carried this game somehow. Well, this should not be, but team player shenanigans. Not too loud. Well, first I start with a pre-drop just to save some of my plans from being destroyed. So what is it? We're up against the EC Mackinson Repulse B, Aoba, Valerias, and Igor. And on my team we have was Virginia Mackinson, Andrea Doria, Shinane, and a U-69. I guess all I'll be explaining in this game is just what I felt. At the start of the game, all I did was first try to look for the enemy DD because Bearn is exceptionally incredibly good at hunting down DDs with these skip bombers. As you can see, the dispersion of the bombers are incredibly so narrow that you can hit all up to 4 bombers and the enemy DD and deal massive amount of damage. And that's what I'm trying to do with this rifle here. Surprisingly, the first time I'm surprised he didn't smoke up and he decided to take the hit. I can't remember if I actually did hit him, but oh yeah, I did. It was 2 hits. Yep. 2 hits, 3k or 4k damage. Now I'll go for a second one. I think that's repeated. Now we go. I did miss now. Wow, okay. Yeah, I abandoned, I actually remember because I abandoned my bombers and didn't try to go for a second one because my hits were through to by enemy AA. Get another pre-drop, we'll try to go again against the Eagle. And yes, my carrier build has interceptors instead of fighters. The interceptors last longer, they have much more fighters, and they are good at hunting down or destroying the whole enemy squadron of planes from the enemy carrier, which, if you count the enemy CV, you could essentially destroy all their planes. I mean, literally destroy all their planes to the point where they don't have. Another 2 bomb hits, about 2k. I did remember the chat. It says good luck, DD, good bow. I couldn't at the first my first assumption was because I was playing Bearn and it was just 1 DD. Yeah, I kept repeatedly hitting this guy, but no kill. I believe I got him down to 7k or 10k, somewhere like that. Around there. Yeah, I think right here you might get spotted and get destroyed. Yeah, you get spotted. Yep, so he's down to 7k. He's gonna die to all my friendlies. And right up now, since this is my thought process at the time, that since the Eagle is gonna die to Mackinson or the Andrea Doria, I decided to go for the Valerias. I think that's what Valerias. I know a little bit, I know Spanish, so. But not this kind. I immediately go for the Spanish cruiser, knowing that I can citadel him and maybe knock him off from my detection range, because that's what I started to notice as I was going after it. I was trying to make a turn around my planes so it doesn't go inside my detection range. And I believe after this I start to reverse. Maybe after this I start to reverse, yeah, because I'm spotted. I don't reverse, I go forward and I get tactical beaching, hashtag tactical beaching. Yep, citadel after citadel. And yeah, this is where I start to pull up on my rudder to escape. And already right off the back, if you guys see the map, the mini map, the Andredoni is pushing, and she shouldn't be doing that because first of all, getting yourself into enemy fire or enemy focus fire. The Mackinson retreated. He still had a good portion of his health to help me take care of the Spanish cruiser. And I go undetected, and I start to go backwards and turn. That way I can go behind the island to go away from the Spanish cruiser. And after that, this is where it gets to the intense part. And right now, Mackinson is trying to help me out, take care of the Spanish cruiser, in which it was a big help. I was pretty appreciated, even though I was wondering why he was shooting Ichi instead of AP, since he could have Citadel it to death. And in a situation like this, the Bearn is not really good for running away because it's an incredibly slow CV, honestly. And you can see, yeah, he's getting blapped. I believe this ship goes like 20 knots or something, or probably less. And yes, in the chat it says run CV run. That's what I start trying to do. And I was surprised because the Spanish cruiser still wasn't going after me or shooting at me. He started to focus on the Mackinson since it was pretty low HP, and the Spanish cruiser now got it. So now I do my best to run away. And this is where I turned my attention to the Spanish cruiser because it could kill me if I let it live. Not doing good on caps either, and yeah, 7k, that hurts. I got detected and I slow down because I don't want to get into the spotted by enemy battleships right over there, and then a AoE bomb that's over there in the cruiser. And now that I'm in a good position, I start launching planes to finish off the Spanish cruiser as it has no heal. I could have finished it with skip bombers, and I didn't realize that until the very end, until it was pretty low HP. I decided to go with AP bombers since I thought it was going pretty well, getting all these citadels on it. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty drop. Couldn't get a pretty good drop on this guy since he was turning away. Barely get us another citadel on it. Those submarine torpedoes would have been pretty helpful to not only destroy the Spanish cruiser. At this point I just tried to go to as close as possible just so I have a higher chance of getting more citadels, but I didn't ever end up having them. At this point in time I realized that I got spotted by the enemy ships that were all the way up in the B and A cap by the Issei and the Oeba. And this is when I finally, I mean, you guys would have been saying to use skip bombers, but this is when I finally use the skip bombers. And just to let you know, I am not a pro at this game. I'm not a pro, I just play this game for fun. I know, guys, I'm not the typical type just to try to rage every time because I'm getting overpins. I mean, like I do. It's pretty irritating getting overpins when there is a flat broadside ship and they start to take using fire on me, and I try my best to start going behind the island, and again the ship is not good at running away. The Shinanami was pretty good help as well in destroying the Mackinson. And here I see that the Issei is launching its planes, so I immediately try to go back to the carrier to put on some fighter interceptors to destroy the squadron. And it didn't end up helping very much, but yeah, you can tell here I was pretty desperate. And yes, now the Shinanami destroyed the Mackinson, which is pretty handy. And there goes Issei torps. At this rate, if all the torps landed, I could have died. I tried to go for the Aoba for another attack run, but the prep time on the planes are pretty low. The U-69 pretty much as well. Had handy help as well with this getting rid of most of the E6 HP as well. But it didn't last long, honestly. They'll get like fires here. Yeah, fire. Yeah, so this one the E6 turns its attention away from me and goes to the U-69. The U-69 will not live because it is battery to submerge. At this rate, I begin to throwing my skip bombers at a far range, and I finally go out of detection. Now I'm not being shot at, and the only thing that worries me is still like the torpedo planes that the E6 has, because one salvo can kill me instantly. Even though the torps are low damage, but it launches like an 8. At this point, I could have gone for AP dive bombers because they had fires. I believe I do, or do I still keep on with it? No, I still keep going with the skip bombers. Yeah, it died anyway. And now there goes the E6 planes, and at this point I recall my fighters to pull forward, so the E6 cannot get a good drop on me. Yep, here I go. And luckily enough, these torpedoes did not activate on time, so you were about to say in the chat that the E6 player was not really good at it. LOL. Oops. But you know what, I had to give it some credit. He did try his best to kill me on my I was almost dead. Yep, there I go. And now my attention turns to the Yoruba. The Shinaname did do a good role in playing this because he went for the caps, in which if I died, he would have won on caps anyway. But I still tried my best to kill the Yoruba or whatever. Yeah, I'm surprised that the Yoruba didn't try to really turn in on my skip bombers. He did a little bit of that, not much. He turned it pretty late, so I get a pretty good wally on it. And for the remainder of time, I continue to go down forward. Until I was dead. I didn't notice until pretty late that the Yoruba was trying to go up from behind. So I started to speed up at a very late time. It was already close by, so. At this point, I could die from the Yoruba's torpedoes, or it's HE. But the Yoruba did the mistake of his life and chose the wrong ammunition type, which is AP, because. Oh, now I understand why you didn't use torpedoes, because they were disabled now. But still, yep, there goes the mistake of the Yoruba using AP on an angled carrier. And here I get the kill. Yep. Victory. It was not a bad game. It was pretty intense. My mind was going all over the place because I had E6 coming at me, the E6 planes, and then the Yoruba trying to come after me. Third place, not that bad. Yeah, and that's the entire game of the Bearn. Let's see. Thought this was my best and intense match in the Bearn yet. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys on the next one.